There once was a YN located in his natural habitat, the suburbs. He, like many of his other species members, wanted to get big. Now, getting big wasn't easy for this YN. He had to live in an area with easily accessible gym equipment. No. So like many people, he could have made excuses and just stayed where he was at. But luckily, he wasn't like other people. He started doing dips with chairs instead of gym equipment that could have cost hundreds of dollars. He did pull-ups with door frames that could have caused his late girlfriend to throw a fit because he could have lost his greatest weapon in the bedroom. But that didn't stop him because he had a goal. Alright, so it's about that time. A lot of you guys have started your New Year's resolutions of finally going to the gym. But within the next 6 months, about 50% of you guys will quit that fitness resolution of going to the gym. But for the 50% that don't, here's how you can change your body with calisthenics. Workout routine! So for workout splits, they're all different types. The full body routine is the most common for beginners. It's a good routine that you can do. It's the full body, 2 exercises for push, 2 exercises for pull, 2 exercises for legs. Then there's the PPL routine and straight bottom routine. Good routines for intermediate athletes. So the PPL is just push, pull, legs. So you do push one day, pull the next day, and legs another day. So for the bent and straight arm routine, what you're going to be doing is one day you're going to be doing bent arm exercises such as dips and push-ups, and the next day you're going to be doing skill training exercises for isometric skills such as the planche. There are all different types of workout splits that you can be doing, but those are just the most common that I've seen. So ideally, you want to be doing at least 2 exercises, one within the horizontal vertical plane of field for push, pull, and leg, getting 3 sets in for about 15 repetitions. So for push, a good example would be the push-ups and dips. Dips for the vertical and push-ups for the horizontal plane of field, or pike push-ups and push-ups is also another good one. Pike push-ups, and dips are staple exercises that you need to be doing if you want to learn skills such as the handstand push-up and just to build up your basics. Then for pulling, pull-ups and rows for the vertical and horizontal exercises, you need to be able to do at least 10 good form reps before going on to other exercises such as the muscle or the one-arm pull. And boys, make sure you hit those calves. I know the ladies might not be looking, but I am. You're going to be doing high reps for those. I'll do about 20 to 40 reps. And then when you get good at those, either decrease the tempo or add some weight. Skills. Okay, so for skill training, it's important to do no more than 3 skills at a time. Honestly, I would just focus on 1 skill at a time. That way you can have easier time just progressing just by focusing on that 1 skill. It's kind of like being in a candy store as a little kid and you're given like a $100 bill. You just don't know what to buy because there's just so many different skills. There's a planche over here, there's a handstand push-up over here. But it's best just to focus on 1 thing at a time, then to go on the next. So some beginner skills I would learn first is like handstand, L-sit, pistol squat. There's also the elbow lever, but I would just ignore that until you learn the handstand push-up, because if you're able to do handstand push-ups, you should be able to do the elbow lever. Then for intermediate, there's going to be handstand push-up, back lever, front lever. Then advanced is just planche, front lever, pull-ups, and exercises like those. Ab exercises. All right, so for abs, as a beginner, it's important to be doing hollow body holds, leg raises, hanging leg raises, planks, L-sits, and Pike compressions. So the thing about planks, a lot of people will do planks for like a minute, 2 minutes. You should never be doing that unless you specifically want to be focusing on plank endurance. But if you want to build your core up for strength, it's important to do it no more than 30 seconds. Make sure you depress, protract that scapula, squeeze that butt. As you get better, lean back. That way the intensity is as high as possible and there's more tension on the abdomen. All right, so after you build up that beginner strength to be able to do the L-sit, I'd also incorporate doing hanging leg raises, toes to bar hanging leg raises, dragon flags and front lever raises, hollow body rocks, front lever holds, cat-cow poses, just exercises like that. These are just great exercises to learn the front lever and the back lever. So when it comes to learning the front lever raise, a lot of people don't understand what that means because there's different variations. I'm talking about the full front lever range of motion. There are different ones. There's the top to bottom one and other different variations that I made a whole entire video on, so you can check that out. But basically, full range of motion front lever raises after you learn the dragonfly will help you the most when it comes to developing that front lever strength. It's also important to develop that scapula. The shoulders is one of the most important muscle groups when it comes to calisthenics, so it's important to keep that healthy and strong, and part of that is the scapula. So in order to develop that scapula, it's best to do scapula pull-ups and shrugs on like the dip bars or on pull-up bars. If you guys have watched other calisthenic videos, you guys should know this by now, and I've talked about in other videos as well, but when it comes to proper scapular form, just form in general for calisthenic exercises, make sure when it comes to pushing movements, or at least the basics, that you depress, protract that scapula. For push-ups and dips. Pull-ups, you want to depress and retract that scapula. A basic beginner calisthenic workout that you can do, that's a full body workout that you can do to help develop your physique. I'll put it in the description box below, but that's doing push-ups for about 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Pull-ups, 3 sets, 5 to 8 reps. Dips, 3 sets, 5 to 8 reps. Rows, 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps. Jump squats, 3 sets, 30 seconds. Pistol squats, 3 sets for 5 reps. Or if you can't do that, you just do eccentrics for about 5 reps. Calf raises, 3 sets, 20 seconds. Then it comes to the abs, you do L-sit holds, or tuck L-sit holds for about 6 sets, 5 seconds. And you're gonna rest 1 to 2 minutes. Then you do hanging leg raises, 3 sets of 5. L-sit push-ups, 3 sets of 8. Pike compression, 3 sets for 10 reps. So as you get better at those exercises, you can do pull back to back and push back to back. So what I mean by that is, instead of doing push-ups and pull-ups, you do push-ups, dips, then pull-ups and rows. I always do the hardest exercises first before you do the easier ones. So what I mean by that is pull-ups, for example, and dips, they work 85% of your body weight, while push-ups work around like 60%. So I would do dips first, right? And then you do push-ups. Same for pull-ups. You do pull-ups first and then rows, or yeah. So equipment. All right, so when it comes to equipment, honestly, you only really need a pull-up bar and some parallettes for your wrists. You should also get some wrist wraps. Those would also help just for wrist health. And then if you can, it'd be nice to buy some rings. Those are just very versatile. You can exercise anywhere. And then the resistance band will help you learn skills such as the front lever planche, and weighted vest is just good for the legs. And there's also some other stuff I have over there, such as some foam blocks for stretching, some sliders for my legs, and just ab exercises. So yeah, but honestly, you really only need a pull-up bar and parallettes. That's it. Nutrition. So I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. So you're not gonna be able to do high-level skills if you're looking like Dave Blunt's cupcake ass. But so it's good to stay within like your body metrics. For me, that's between 150 and 160 pounds. But I'll later be talking about the calculations that you can use in order to find out the perfect body metrics for you, perfect weight you need to be at to be able to be doing calisthenic skills easily. So when it comes to nutrition, all I do is the whole 80-20 rule, which is where 80% of the calories just come from whole foods, 20% comes from junk foods. And then intermittent fasting, 16-8, 16 hours I fast, 8 hours I eat. I don't get calories from like drinks or anything like that. And if I do, it's typically almond milk. Almond milk is like 30 calories per cup, or coffee or something like that. So it's like low calorie drinks like that as well. So yeah. Oh, also, I eat whole foods, so only whole foods. If it has more than 5 ingredients, don't be eating it. And nowadays, people be taking gym supplements like Dayafine, getting off the street corner or something like that. But the thing is me personally, the only supplement I take is my daily supplement consistency and discipline. The thing about protein powder and creatine and stuff like that is it's a good cherry on top, but as long as you're getting most of your protein from whole foods, you'll be good. Body metrics. So when it comes to body metrics, it's important to stay in a good height to weight ratio in order to excel within calisthenics. So the equation that you can use is your height in centimeters. So for me, I'm 5'9", so I'd be 175 centimeters minus 100, which equals 75 kilograms. So if you times that by 2.2 pounds, for all my Americans out there, that'll be 165 pounds. So when it comes to performance, I'll do well, but I also still have that nice lean sleeper build. But this equation will not be used for people who are overweight. So if you're like higher than like 10% body fat or something like that, then I would cut down and then take a look at this equation. So I also have the video that goes more in depth about this in the description box below if you want to take a look at that. Gym bro. All right, so now if you're an NPC, well, not an NPC, just more like, you know, like to work out in groups or whatever, it's important you pick the right gym part. Me personally, if I was a beginner again, I'd pick someone who's stronger, better than me, who's being consistent. You know, you don't want to pick the person who's just always talking about their goals, but not doing nothing about it. They're just yapping. So make sure you pick the right gym partner. So when it comes to frequency, for skill training, 2 to 4 times a week, unless it's handstands, you can do those every single day. For full body workouts, do at least 2 times a week, ideally 3. Make sure you're getting 10 sets in per muscle group. So one of the key principles within calisthenics is cross-sectional area times neuroadaptation equals strength. If I dumb that down, all it means is the more muscle you have, the more potential for strength capabilities. So if you're starting out with calisthenics, it's important to focus on building muscle rather than building strength, as your capability for strength will increase. So if you guys already don't know, strength rep range is between 1 to 5 reps, and hypertrophy is between 8 to 12 reps, and endurance is higher than that. Something that I forgot to mention at the start of the video is warm-up. So your warm-up should be for about at least 5 to 10 minutes for blood flow mobility and just to warm up the muscles. If you need more time, just divide your age by 4 and add that to the warm-up. Something that I do for my warm-up is I'll do 1 set at lower intensity of my workout. So for example, if I'm doing like a leg workout, instead of doing weighted plyometrics, I'll just do body weight to help warm up my body. And when it comes to stretching, focus on mostly dynamic. If you do static, no more than 30 seconds because it's a stationary warm-up, so the muscles will cool down too fast if they're not worked enough. All right, so something I want to mention before I end this video is, in today's society, it's all about grinding 24/7. You gotta be working all the time. You gotta be super duper productive, but you don't need to be doing that. Start off slow as a beginner. You can just work out 1 time a week, and that'll still work. As long as you're doing it right, as long as you're going to failure, that can still work for you. And as you get better, you can add in more and more workouts.